Hello there, and a very good evening to all of you in your cozy beds. The world is getting quiet outside, and that means it's the perfect time for a gentle story from the Quiet Corner Sleep Tales. We're going to travel to a beautiful frosty place tonight to meet a new friend in our tale, Willow and the Winter Pond. Get as comfortable as you can, let your shoulders relax, and let the quiet start to drift over you. Once upon a chilly winter morning, in a little village nestled at the edge of a great green forest, lived a tiny kitten named Willow. Willow was no ordinary kitten. She was curious and brave, with a soft grey coat and bright green eyes that sparkled like emeralds. Willow loved to explore and make new friends, but there was one thing she had never tried before ice skating. One frosty day, Willow woke up to the sound of laughter floating through the air. She peeked out of her cozy bed and was greeted by the sight of sparkling white snow covering the ground. The entire world seemed to glisten and glow under the pale winter sun. Willow's whiskers twitched with excitement as she stretched and tiptoed to the window to see what the fuss was about. Down by the old willow tree, nestled beside the village, was a pond. In the summer, dragonflies danced above its water, and frogs croaked cheerfully from the banks. But now the pond had frozen into a smooth, shiny sheet of ice. The snow around it was trampled with tiny footprints. As Willow watched, she saw a group of her favorite friends, the ducklings, sliding, gliding, and spinning across the ice. Their yellow feathers fluffed against the cold, and their happy voices rang out as they tried to balance on their webbed feet. Willow felt a flutter of excitement in her chest. She wanted to join them more than anything. She quickly pulled on her tiny red scarf, the one her grandmother had knitted for her. It was warm and soft, and Willow always felt braver when she wore it. After a last check in the mirror to make sure her tail was fluffed and tidy, Willow scampered outside, down the snow-dusted path toward the pond. As she approached, the ducklings noticed her and waved their tiny wings. "Willow, come play with us," quacked Daisy, the boldest duckling with a freckled beak. Beside her, Puddle, Pipsqueak, and Waddle bounced up and down, eager to show Willow their new winter skills. Willow felt her heart flutter again. "I've never ice skated before," she admitted shyly. "Is it hard?" Daisy grinned. "It's a little slippery at first, but it's so much fun. We can show you how." The ducklings waddled over to the edge of the pond, their feet making soft crunching sounds in the snow. Willow followed, her paws tingling with excitement and a hint of nervousness. Carefully, Willow touched the edge of the ice with one paw. It felt smooth and cold, and she shivered with delight. One by one, the ducklings slid onto the pond, their webbed feet giving them a wobbly start. Willow gathered her courage, took a deep breath, and placed all four paws on the ice. At first, Willow wobbled and slipped, her little claws skittering across the shiny surface. She looked just like a fuzzy ball of grey fluff chasing her own tail. The ducklings giggled, but only in the kindest way. "Don't worry, Willow," Puddle quacked encouragingly. "Everyone wobbles when they start. Daisy waddled over and took Willow's paw in her wing. "Here, let's balance together." Willow's heart warmed with gratitude as she leaned on her friend. Slowly, together, they pushed off from the edge. Willow slid a little, then a little more. The cold air whipped past her whiskers, making them twitch. Little by little, step by careful step, Willow started to feel the rhythm of skating. She watched the ducklings' feet, noticing how they shuffled, glided, and used their wings for balance. With each wobbly glide, Willow grew more confident. She even managed a tiny spin, which made the ducklings cheer. Soon Willow was laughing and sliding with the others. They played a game of follow the leader, zigzagging across the pond. Daisy, as usual, was first, leading the others through loops and gentle turns. Puddle tried to twirl on one foot, and Pipsqueak practiced little jumps. Willow copied their moves, sometimes slipping, sometimes catching herself, always trying again. After a while, Willow spotted something shiny poking through the snow at the edge of the pond. She skated over, careful not to fall, and brushed the snow away with her paw. To her delight, she found a pair of tiny silver skates, a perfect fit for kitten paws. "Look what I found," Willow called. The ducklings raced over, their eyes wide with wonder. "Wow, try them on," quacked Waddle. Willow slipped her paws into the skates. They fit snugly and felt just right. With her new skates, Willow felt lighter, faster, and braver than ever. She pushed off, gliding across the pond with a newfound sense of freedom. The world blurred past in a swirl of white and silver as Willow spun, twirled, and skated in big, loopy circles. The ducklings jeered and clapped their wings. All afternoon, the friends played together. They invented new games like ice tag and skate and freeze. Willow showed off her spins, and the ducklings tried to imitate her, tumbling over each other in fits of giggles. Soon, the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of pink, orange, and gold. The pond sparkled under the fading light, and the friends gathered at the edge to catch their breath. "That was the best day ever," Willow sighed happily, curling her tail around her paws. Daisy nodded, her beak dusted with snow. "We're glad you came to skate with us, Willow. You're a natural." Willow smiled, feeling warm and proud. "Thank you for teaching me," she said. "I was scared at first, but it was so much fun with all of you." The friends watched as the stars began to twinkle above the forest. Pipsqueak yawned, and Waddle leaned against Puddle, tired from all the laughter and play. Before heading home, Willow looked at the pond once more. She saw her reflection in the ice, framed by the ducklings. She realized that she could do anything she set her mind to, especially if she had her friends by her side. The group made their way back to the village, leaving a trail of tiny footprints and skate marks in the snow. The air was crisp, and the world seemed peaceful under its soft, snowy blanket. Willow's house glowed warmly in the distance, As she stepped inside, her mother greeted her with a gentle nuzzle. "Did you have fun skating?" she asked softly. Willow nodded enthusiastically. "It was wonderful, Mama. I learned to skate, and the ducklings helped me. I even found a pair of magic skates." Her mother smiled and tucked Willow under a cozy quilt, her red scarf still wrapped snugly around her neck. "I'm so proud of you, my brave little kitten." As Willow drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of more winter adventures of icy ponds, sparkling snowflakes, and the laughter of friends. She knew that tomorrow and every day after would bring new things to learn and new friends to share them with. The next morning, Willow was the first to wake. She hurried to the window and peered outside. The pond gleamed in the early sunlight, and tiny birds hopped across the snow. Willow couldn't wait to try her new skates again. She finished her breakfast in a flash and bundled up in her scarf. Her mother watched her with a smile, knowing that Willow's heart was full of joy and courage. Back at the pond, the ducklings were already waiting. This time, they brought a little flag and placed it in the middle of the ice. "Let's have a race," Daisy quacked, her eyes twinkling with excitement. Willow agreed and lined up with her friends. The cold air nipped at her cheeks, but her spirit was warm. On the count of 3, they all pushed off at once, racing toward the flag. Willow's skates made her fast and steady, but the ducklings were quick on their webbed feet. They laughed and cheered each other on, sometimes slipping, sometimes spinning out of control. It didn't matter who reached the flag first. What mattered was the fun they had together. After the race, the friends tried to make shapes in the ice with their skates and feet. They traced hearts, stars, and even a big smiling sun. Willow drew a kitten face, and the ducklings added little duck footprints for whiskers. As the days passed, more animals from the village joined in the fun. The squirrel twins, Nutty and Hazel, brought acorns to slide like curling stones. Benny the beaver built an ice fort near the shore, and even Shy Mouse, who usually watched from afar, skated across the pond, cheered on by everyone. The frozen pond became the heart of the village, a place where everyone could play, laugh, and learn together. Willow made sure to help anyone who was new to skating, just as the ducklings had helped her. One evening, as the friends sat on a log sipping warm berry tea, Daisy shared a surprise. "We made you something, Willow," she said, handing over a little medal made of shiny pine cone and ribbon for being the bravest kitten on the ice. Willow's eyes sparkled as she slipped the medal over her head. "Thank you, Daisy. But we're all brave when we try something new together." The friends hugged, their breath puffing in little clouds above their heads. The stars twinkled above, and the moon cast a gentle glow on the snowy world. As winter stretched on, Willow and her friends continued to skate, play, and help each other. Every day brought a new adventure, whether it was building a snow slide, making snow kittens and snow ducks, or skating under the falling snowflakes. Willow learned that courage grew with each new challenge, and and friendship made everything brighter. She knew she would always remember the winter she learned to skate, the magic skates and the laughter of her friends. And so, in the little village at the edge of the great green forest, under the watchful glow of the stars, Willow the kitten grew up to be kind, brave, and a wonderful friend to all. Each night as she snuggled in her warm bed, Willow dreamed of icy adventures, cozy scarves, and the endless joy of learning something new with those she loved. And if you listen very closely, when the moon is high and the world is still, you might hear the faint sound of laughter and skates gliding across the ice, where a kitten and her duckling friends skate together forever. Thank you for listening to Willow's Brave Adventure. If you love this story and want to join our cozy corner for more peaceful bedtime tales, please take a moment to subscribe to the Quiet Corner Sleep Tales channel. Hitting that subscribe button helps our little community grow and ensures you don't miss any new stories designed to help you drift off to a beautiful, peaceful sleep. Sweet dreams. And we'll see you next time.